everyone, what's up? My name is Mike Nylander, and guess what? You have just found your way to another episode of Handbag Mike, the channel devoted not just to one, but to two different things that I like: handbags and talking. So be sure to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe as I take a look at the latest handbags from various designers such as Louis Vuitton, Prada, Coach, Michael Kors, Dooney & Bourke, and many more. In these videos, I am going to give you my opinion as to what's hot and what's not. Each new episode will center around a different bag, and each bag will be thoroughly and wittingly reviewed by yours truly using a list of various categories and a 5-star rating system. Today, we will be reviewing a bag that is from a company that I, for one, think manages to put out some super cute bags, ever so often. Now, some debate may arise as to whether or not they are truly designer or simply kitsch. Well, in the end, this is my channel, and personally, I'm going to say they are both kitschy and designer. Not quite upscale designer, but designer nonetheless. And you know what? Nobody is going to change my mind when it comes to this. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. You can try, but rest assured that you will fail. I am talking about Harveys bags. And to be more specific, today's episode will be about the Harveys Streamline Crossbody I Want Candy bag. A bag that is vibrant, super colorful, and a little bit wild. But how will it fare on today's episode? Well, there's only one way to find out. So I invite you to relax on that nice comfy sofa as we take a look at the next bag for review on Handbag Mike. Now, if you have been watching these videos, then you know the drill already. But if you are new to this channel, and, welcome if that's the case, then let me lay it out for you. In order to give a complete review of each bag that will be listed on this channel, a list of categories has been created which will highlight the different important key elements of what I am looking for in each bag. These categories are going to be the same for each bag that I look at, and they will be graded based off of a 5-star rating where I, try to rate based off of what I feel others would want and not just my own wants in a bag. Then, at the end of each video, I will give my thoughts on the bag and how I personally feel about it. And I will give my take on whether or not the bag is fab or drab. These categories are as follows: style, price and value, versatility, practicality, and timelessness. Our first category that we're going to look at is the category of style. And when it comes to this category, I gave a 3-star rating. I will say that I actually teetered back and forth between giving a 2.5 and a 3-star rating here, because I really do think that this bag, not looking at my own personal feelings, which are going to be looked at later, is going to actually get mixed reviews. I do think there may be some who may not like this bag for all of the whimsical and childish candy designs splashed across it. But I do feel like in the end, there will be more people who do like this bag style than people who don't. You know, even if the difference is marginal. Let's face it, candy is cute. It is always a happy sight to see. And honestly, it is something that most of us keep in our bags. So why not just let it show on the outside as well? The background of this bag is a nice, stark black, which only lets the brightly colored wrapped candy designs that are done in shades of green, orange, yellow, pink, and purple pop even more vividly. Then you get to the bottom of this bag, and we transition from the black background with the candy designs to having a base that is a rich, almost eggplant purple. A color that the website calls mulberry, though it seems a bit darker to me. It's a very nice base, regardless of what you're going to call the color. And while there are no longer candies on this purple area, it is still a nice splash of color that is very vibrant and goes really well with the rest of the bag. You also have a purple cross-bodied strap that matches the base of the bag. And lastly, the bag features a bag charm, which has 3 pieces of brightly colored candy that quite honestly just add the perfect, cute finishing touch to this bag. The second category that we are going to look at in this video is the category of price and value. And when it came to this category, I gave a 5-star rating. I will say that I have a few Harveys bags and that they are actually great at holding up and at maintaining that new, never been used look, even when they do get a fair amount of abuse. They are essentially the perfect bag for a complete and total klutz like me. And when it came time to rate this bag for the price and value, I gave it the much coveted 5-star rating. Furthermore, these bags are a great price. This particular bag has a price tag of $128 plus tax from the Harveys website. Definitely a great value all the way there. Harveys bags are made of seatbelts, which means that they are super durable and very, very easy to care for. They don't stain easily at all, and when they do, cleaning them is actually very simple. Just take some soap and a toothbrush to the dirt, do a little circle pattern dance with it, and your bag will be good as new. These bags get the highest mark possible when it comes to price and value because they are offered at a very nice price, and they are bags that can quite honestly take a beating and still look great. Furthermore, being made of seatbelts, they are not finicky to all the different types of weather. For example, certain leathers cannot handle rain well, other bags don't like being in the heat or the light, but these bags, well, they're ready for everything, rain or shine, and I'm all here for that. The third category that we are going to be looking at is the category of versatility. And with the versatility of this bag, I gave a 2-star rating. This is, I believe, a rather fair rating, one that takes into account the views that I feel others would have, while completely excluding myself from the equation entirely. I do feel that this bag is one that is truly limiting in when it can be used. Even if we take away the candy pattern of this bag and look at just the fact that it is made of seatbelts, then we can safely say that many would agree that this bag does not have a place in a formal setting. Let's take it further. Let's add the candy element back into the picture. And now we have a bag that completely abandons all hope at being a formal bag. I also do feel that this bag might be a bit, dare I say, juvenile for many workplaces. If you work in an office, or are a doctor, a lawyer, or have some other profession that is big like this, then I'm just going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that this may not be a bag that you want to use at work. So, once again, it limits itself in this way as well. I will say that this bag is one that you could use for fun outings. Lunch dates with friends, nights on the town, or if you have a more casual, laid-back type of job, then you could probably use it on a daily level there as well. If you are a person who likes fun and whimsical bags, then this is one that could easily become a daily casual bag for you. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the very shape of this bag. This bag is just your standard crossbodied square shape, and as such, it is very casual. Once again, limited in versatility simply by the shape of it. It has no place in a formal setting because it is not only just a casual shape, but it's crossbody. It may be a cute bag, but even I will admit that it does not offer a lot when it comes to being versatile. So, once again, I do feel that the 2-star rating is rather appropriate. The fourth category that we are going to look at is the category of practicality. And when it comes to the practicality of this bag, I gave a 3-star rating. Once again, this was a rather difficult category to score, because while the height and the length of this bag are great, the width of it, not so much. The bag measures 12 inches long by 11 inches high and 1¼ inch wide. So we have a bag that is actually rather narrow and one that is not likely going to be able to hold any thick, bulky items, such as a glass case. The height and the length of this bag are very nice, and I love those 2 dimensions. But then I find myself seeing the width, and I find myself wishing that the width of this bag was just a little bit more substantial. I'm sure it's still a nice size bag, and I'm sure that it would still hold, almost everything that one may need throughout their day. But as someone who clearly wears glasses, I do have to carry around my case with me. So this bag would not allow for that, and that is something that I did have to take into account. It is not practical for holding bulkier items that a wide majority of people may need throughout their day, and as such, I had to give it the rating of 3 stars. The fifth and final category that we are looking at is the category of boom, timelessness. Again, I try my hardest to be fair and unbiased. Hey, it doesn't always work, but I think when it comes to this bag, I've been able to pretty much do that very well. As such, I am giving this category the rating of 2.5 stars, because I do see many people loving this bag long after they purchase it. I can see many people initially drawn to the cuteness of this bag, and then continuing to love it for that same cuteness for quite some time. Sadly, on the flip side, I see there being an equal amount of people that find themselves making the purchase of this bag because it is cute, only to find themselves growing tired of it after only a short time because it may not be something that is practical for them to use. This bag is not your standard bag. That much, I believe, is clearly obvious. And, as such, it will be a bag that may or may not fare well over time. But I think this is all dependent on who owns it. I will say that the candy design in itself is a design that I personally see as one that will not date itself. Because, I mean, let's be honest, candy designs have been used for quite some time, and I'm sure they are going to continue to be used for a good amount of time to come. So when it comes to this particular bag, the timelessness of it, I feel, rests on not the actual design of the bag, but rather the reaction to this design that is felt by the people who buy it as time goes on. Some people will continue to love it, some will grow tired of it, and I am sure that in the end that is going to be an equal split. So I gave a rating right down the middle to match this. We have now drawn near to the end of another review, and another bag has been rated based off of my own personal standards. Now, lastly, it is time for me to share my personal feelings on this bag. Anyone who has watched my past videos will know my feelings on bags that are whimsical. And if you're new here, then let me just tell you, I love whimsical bags. Love. So, when it comes to this bag, I am all on board. Furthermore, as someone who has an admitted sweet tooth, this bag just suits me in every way. You know, except for the fact that it's still a little bit too narrow to be called perfect. Still, it's a small sacrifice because the rest of this bag just screams my name. I am in love with this bag and can honestly say that it was one that will definitely be on my wish list. So, it is now time to find out if the bag is fab or drab. And I'm going to say that this bag is just plain sweet. It is sweet, it is cute, it is totally fab. This bag is definitely one for those who are young at heart, you know, like me. It is the type of bag that I feel would bring a smile to your face every time you look down at it and see the fun little candy print all over it. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that out of all the bags that I've done on this channel to date, this is one of my favorites. It is one of those bags that I just absolutely adore, and it is one that I feel may have been created, you know, specifically for me. And with this said, we have now reached the end of another review. I hope you all had a fun time looking at the Harveys Streamline Crossbody I Want Candy Bag with me. If so, remember to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. And stay tuned as a new review will be coming soon. Until next time, I'm Handbag Mike saying later.